WordNerds, Erin Latimer here. It's October and I am gearing up for a writers' conference. This time I'm actually talking about the Surrey International Writers' Conference, which I go to every year. The first time I heard about the conference, I was excited to sign up, but I was also really intimidated by the idea of being in the same room with over 100 talented writers that probably knew more about the subject than I did. Not to mention, I planned to pitch a couple of literary agents while I was there, and the idea was terrifying. At the time, I didn't live in Vancouver, and I am terrified of driving in downtown traffic, as well as I would show up to this conference without knowing anyone there. But even greater than my fear of downtown traffic was my desire to experience this writers' conference thing that I'd heard so many people talking about. I ended up signing up for one day instead of the entire weekend, and I begged one of my friends to drive me over to Vancouver so that I didn't have to drive in the terrifying downtown traffic. To be honest, when the day arrived, it was every bit as scary as I thought it would be. When we got off the ferry, we realized it was pouring with rain. We were driving this car, my car, that was like a bucket of bolts. The windshield wipers didn't work properly, and the weather was torrential, and we could barely see where we were going. We got lost a couple of times. And when I showed up at the conference, I really didn't know anyone, and there was a lot of writers there. I managed to pitch my manuscript at the time to an agent who was very lovely, even though I'm sure my pitch was terrible and my voice was shaking the entire time. And I did go out of my way to start talking to people, which was unusual for me, and I made a couple of writer friends. At the end of the day, I came out of the conference building wishing that I'd signed up for the entire 3 days. Since then, every year I've signed up for all 3 days of the Surrey International Writers' Conference, and it is absolutely worth every penny. If you're thinking of signing up for a writers' conference this year or the next, and you're just sort of teetering on the edge and you're not sure if it's a good idea or not, it's a good idea. Don't forget to bring business cards with you, sign up to pitch an agent or an editor, meet as many new writer friends as you can, and take advantage of all of the awesome classes that conferences offer. If nothing else, go and just make friends. There's nothing like walking into a conference center and thinking, these are my people. And if you have the opportunity to pitch an agent or an editor while you're there, you might even come away with a request for your manuscript. What about you? Have you attended a writers' conference before? If so, what was your experience with it? Maybe you're just thinking of signing up for one right now. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, on Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, the WordNerds are having our live chat, and we hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.